What's going on, good people? I wanted to get on here real quick and share a learning lesson relative to understanding the rules of engagement. I was teaching class the other day, and a chick barged in my class looking for her sister because she hadn't seen her sister in a long time, right? And they straight interrupted my class, like while I'm in the middle of teaching and going over something, they straight interrupted my class and violated. And so in my mind, I'm like, did she just walk in my class? I think she did. Bitch, don't you say that. Mother, it's okay to think it. Just don't say it. I had to check. I was like, yo, this is extremely disrespectful. Listen, I'm teaching class. What are y'all doing? Yeah, but this is my sister. I haven't seen in a long time. So, this is why, I'm just giving her a hug. I'm like, yo, well, take that outside. Yo, you in my class. You in my space.
Bitch, be humble. Bitch, sit down.
And so they did. They obliged. I told them lock the door. Guess what? This is the deal, y'all. If you don't understand the rules of engagement, you're going to suffer penalties. Think about sports, right? If you double dribble in basketball, turnover. If you step out of bounds, turnover. If you travel, turnover. You set yourself back. You lose. In football, you commit a penalty, you lose yards. It makes it that much more difficult for you to win the game when you suffer penalties. And then life becomes extremely painful. It becomes very difficult to get ahead. And then guess what we do? Typically, as human beings who are in denial about how we're wrong or how we don't know how to follow the rules, we blame everybody else. We blame the system, we blame the police, we blame this, we blame that, we blame the weather, we blame anything and everything as an excuse to not look at the things that we need to change. You can't win if you keep getting penalty flags thrown on your actions. And this is how they catch them F's, them flags, them penalty flags called felonies. And then when you got a felony, what does it do? It complicates your ability to make progress in life, doesn't it? Can't get a job. Certain housing establishments won't allow you to come in their space because you got a felony. Certain schools won't even allow you to come get further education because you got a felony. You caught that penalty flag, all because you didn't understand the rules of engagement. Even worse, let your homeboy catch a penalty while you running a touchdown. What you think they're gonna do? They're gonna bring it back. You are the company you keep. Bad company corrupts good character. And if we lose the game, who do we blame? Yo, the refs, man. The refs, they called a bad game. Well, if you was playing your game, I remember when I played football, coaches would say, never let the refs decide the game. So what does that mean? Yo, make sure we don't get no penalties. Make sure we don't do nothing to shoot ourselves in the foot, and let's ball out. And let's not make this a close enough game to where penalties will set us up to fail. Or even especially in a fight. If you fighting, don't wait for the scorecard. Try to knock that dude's face off so that, again, you don't put your fate into somebody else's hands. You mess around, you violate the rules, the police got to come and enforce the rules, the referees of our society, and then now you got to pay all these fines. It gets expensive. You got to pay your attorney. It gets expensive. You got to pay your bondsman. It gets expensive. You got to pay your ticket. It gets expensive. You got to pay your PO. It gets expensive. If you want a diversion process, you got to go pay a counselor to give you drug ed or cognitive behavioral intervention classes. It gets expensive. You got to pay court fees. It gets expensive. You got to pay probation, all because you don't understand the rules of engagement. I tell young brothers and sisters that I work with on probation that if you don't know how to manage your freedom, guaranteed somebody else is going to manage it for you. If you don't know who you are, best believe the environment will define you. The peers and the friends you choose, they will define you. And here's a reality, right? The referees don't always make the best calls, right? Sometimes they get the calls wrong. But more often than not, the referees are doing their job when they throw the flag, when they blow the whistle. But they're not perfect. They're going to make some bad calls, and they may cost you the game. But at the same token, we have a level of responsibility in how we choose to play the game. And we can either play by the rules or create our rules within the game. As long as it doesn't violate the rules that govern the game, the rules we live by can be strategies that help us do well, as long as we follow the main rules of the game. It's like chess. Once you learn how to play, once you learn how all the pieces move, and you get familiar with the movements and whatnot with these pieces, Now you can devise your strategy on how you're going to make all these pieces work together. Referees are just doing their job. They're necessary. Without the refs, yo, we can run out of bounds and come back in and score touchdowns. We can hold. If we're playing football, we can grab the defensive player and prevent him from making the tackle. We can do a lot of reckless stuff that would make it easy for us to take advantage of the other team. You follow what I hope you follow what I'm saying from a metaphorical standpoint. I ain't trying to be hard with my people. All I'm saying is that we need to do better. We need to stop disrespecting each other. We need to stop being puppets to the societal narratives and the conditioning that black is problematic or black is not something worthy of respect. In fact, your melanin is priceless. It's valuable. And we need to honor it as such when we see each other. Pay respects to the kings and the queens that we are. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Signing off.